interesting, and I'm not going to tell you about it, but you know how I kind of spring things on you from time to time. Well, I've been thinking about this. So next week I'm going to bring you a little piece of technology that's everybody can use if they have the right equipment right at home. My thoughts this week, though, are a little different than all this other stuff. I sit on the county planning board, and as I've been watching what's going on in the county and across the country, listening to read week after week, I start thinking about things a little bit. And I really encourage all of us to begin to think in terms of planning, whether it's personal planning, going down to our community buildings and sitting in at town board meetings or school board meetings and start requesting, what is your 3 to 5 year plan? What are you doing to replace equipment? What is your contingency plan in the event that? I remember when my children used to come up to me, and when they're especially in their teens, and say, "Dad, I'd like a car, and I want to buy one." And I look at them, I go, "Congratulations, it's a great idea. How are you going to do it?" And they stop and look at me, and they go, "Well, aren't you going to buy it for me?" I go, "No." And I say, "You come back to me with a plan." From that day forward, I started with my oldest son, and they worked all the way down to my youngest son. So to this day, they'll come up to me and say, "Dad, I got a plan. What do you think about this? Or can you help me with this plan?" So I encourage our senior citizens out there to work with their grandchildren or even their own children, grown children. Think about planning, especially in these dire times with the economy. What would you do if? What are we going to do about this? Or if there's home improvements that you need, start out with a plan, a 2-3 year plan, and this way you don't go into a panic mode. Okay, and with that, I guess I'm going to turn it back to you, Reed. We got all kinds of ad-libbing going on here, so
okay.
There you have it.
Thank you. That's Doc. I was, you know, every community around here has a wonderful poster, a wonderful design, and all have a farmer's market. And so the farmer's market, I was wandering through the one in Westfield, and I met Joel Sechrist, who's a prominent local attorney, and Martha, wonderful Martha Bills, who's just done everything. And she's a president. She's a superintendent of the town too, I might add, and been on the school board forever. And what a job she does. And she's got a great husband, Bill. He's still a fireman, and he does the job. I'll tell you. He's also an excellent scat player, I might add, for those people who play scat. It's the national card game for people who are involved in fire protection and fire development and fire departments and whatever it may be. And as I was going through the park, Martha and Joel stopped me and they said, "Hey, I wanted to ask you if you would give something away and promote the Westfield Development Corp a little bit." The Westfield Development Corp has a, incidentally, I've got something. Did they find it's on the bottom. Okay, I'm diddling around here. The Westfield Development Corp does a lot to try to expand the businesses and to promote Westfield, and they're doing a great job. And they have a fundraiser, and they also, they're giving away for $20 a beautiful, beautiful poster. Let me show you that poster. It's a huge poster. It's about 2 feet high, and it's a serigraph of a painting. And I'm going to give you the painter's name as soon as we can find it. Apparently, we can't dig it out, but it's a lovely picture. And incidentally, that lighthouse, which is down at Barcelona, just off the corner, it was the first gas-lit lighthouse in the universe. So it's natural gas lit, and it's just beautiful. I'm giving that away to the first person today who calls in and says they want it. How about that? For viewers who are faithful viewers, who are always with me every morning live on Saturday. Remember, we're all week long all over the universe, but the live show is 9 to 10 on Saturday, and if you're listening and watching right now, you have a shot at it. So the first person who calls it, $20, incidentally, is the actual cost of this. It's a donation to the Westfield Development Corp.
And where can you get them?
You can get them anywhere you want.
I'd like one.
Okay, Mary Ann would like one.
Where can you get? I don't mind giving the donation either.
Okay, they're on sale at the beautiful farmers market in the park in Westfield.
Wonderful.
But I'm sure that if MaryAnnSpanospt wants one, they could get one to her.
Well, but I'm happy to give the donation because Westfield is a neat little town, lots going on there in the summer, and we want to support their efforts because they bring a lot of people together.
Yeah, well actually I went to the site and it's announcing that August is the Steelhead time for fishing. There's millions of steelhead swimming up the creeks, and you catch them. You just drop a minnow in, and they'll snap it down. And steelhead are about this big. They're the only trout that's pink. It looks like a salmon. The meat. They're fantastic too. A very, very refined sort of thing. At any rate, this anybody who wants one, you can contact the Westfield Development Corp. They have a website. Just pump it up, Westfield Development Corp, and they'll be glad to give you one. And okay, I don't recognize that name, so I'm not going to mention it. Somebody just tipped me off as the name of the artist, but it was I think it was Grover or something like that. A local artist who just does beautiful work, and it's just super duper. Maybe somebody call in, any of my viewers who call in, and tell me who wrote that, who painted that beautiful painting. Every time I go down to Barcelona, I see people stopping, and they look, they're gaping out, they pull out their cameras, and they take pictures of it because there's an identification of what it is. Okay, enough said. We have our guest here, who you've already noted, MaryAnnSpanospt2, who runs the Office of the Aging here in Mayville, and she is an excellent Greek chef, I might add.
Yasu Festival is coming up next weekend in Jamestown, and that's our church, the Greek Orthodox Church in Jamestown. And so if you want good Greek food, I've been cooking at the church.
Oh, great.
I make all the pasticcio. It's like a Greek lasagna. It has noodle layer on the bottom, and then there's a meat layer, and then there's like a cheese puff on the top. You start with a white sauce, and you add cheese and eggs, and it puffs up.
Sounds fantastic. Are they going to have that
baklava?
Baklava.
Oh,
with
yeah, lots of baklava.
With the honey, and I mean, everybody comes for the baklava.
Yeah, Nick has been very busy making lots of baklava, and the ladies have been baking spinach pie and cheese pie and these little Greek cookies called kourambiede and melimakarina.
You know, you're doing pretty well for an Italian, you know?
Yeah, Italian and Polish, but I married a Greek whose parents don't speak any English, so it was either learn to speak or be silent, and I can't be silent, so.
Well, you're doing very well.
It's a fun time. All of the kids, and they're not kids anymore, they're in their 20s, dress in ethnic costume and put on a show that you will not find anywhere. People tell me all the time, this is my kickoff to summer, is the Yasu Festival.
Yasu, how do you spell Yasu?
Well, the Greek alphabet is different.
Yeah.
It's not the same
well,
as the
I know
English
It comes up all the time.
So
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda.
We spell it Y-A-S-S-O-U.
Y-A-S-S-O-U. Yasu.
And it means hello, goodbye, and to your health. So
it's like aloha.
Exactly, exactly. So if you greet somebody, you can say Yasu, or you can, if you're saying goodbye or you're toasting them, it can all be Yasu. So it's a fun time. We have a band that comes in from Rochester and does live bouzouki music. If you've never heard bouzouki, it's like a mandolin.
Little banjo sort of thing.
It's similar, but it has a different it's kind of a rounded body to that guitar and makes a different sound. And the kids put on a show every couple hours, so you can see them, and some of the girls have brand new costumes. I've been sewing as well with a lot of the moms.
Busy, huh?
And well, I made new costumes for the boys last year. I have 2 boys and I have 2 nephews who have been dancing Greek dances since they were very little, and so I made them really neat new costumes along with my sister last year, and so I think the girls were a little dismayed that they didn't have new costumes, so we're working on that for them.
Sounds like an Irish festival where everybody, they do the dancing, the Irish reel, and it's fantastic. All in costume.
All in costume, and then, they invite the audience to join them.
When is it? When is it?
It's next Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's June 17th and 18th.
And that's Monday,
Father's Day weekend, but not on the Sunday, just the Friday and Saturday of Father's Day weekend. And that doesn't change.
Saturday.
Every year it's the same.
Father's Day. Okay, and where is this?
It's at the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church. It's the Round Church in Jamestown. If you get to Brooklyn Square and you actually just open your window and follow the music. But it's up the street on Mount Vernon Place from the old General Hospital, Jones Hill.
Okay. Are all the Greek churches round? Greek Orthodox?
No, they aren't. But our priest used to say that was because so the devil couldn't hide in the corner.
Well, they often have a gold dome too, I've noticed.
Yeah, but in Greece they're not round.
Okay, they're square. There's no devil in Greece. They threw him out a long time ago. He went over
There's
to
so
Ireland.
many churches he doesn't dare invade.
He went over to Ireland, and then he was sent over to the United States back when they emptied their prisons and dumped everybody in Georgia, all the Irish.
I don't know about that. Hey, you mentioned farmers market coupons, and I wanted to tell people
Okay, talk about that. That's a new one here.
Yeah, we actually will be doing farmers market coupons in July. I know that dismays everybody. Why do we wait till the end of July? But that's when we get the coupons from the state. And so that's when we distribute them. It's usually the 3rd or 4th week in July, so be listening for that. But I want to thank everybody who got farmers market coupons last year. We sent out a survey because one of our partners in the community, the Chautauqua County Health Network, has a new grant called Creating Healthy Places. And they've been starting different community gardens around the county. And part of their grant was to do a survey of people who have gotten those farmers market coupons to see how they liked the program, what input do they have on improving the farmers market coupon program.
Well, tell us a little bit about what is it. What's a coupon worth? Is it means tested?
Yeah, it is mean tested.
Everything
Boy, you're
is
giving
today.
you're giving me a lot of we ask you for we try to keep them for lower income people. I think they're worth about $20-25, and we have asked people. I know they wanted them in smaller denominations because you can't get change from them.
Oh yeah, you got to buy $25 at one stop.
No, they usually give them, I think, $5 or $10 increments, and that was part of the survey, was asking people, what kind of denominations do they want them in, so they could use them all summer long. But it's a great program, and I appreciate. We got more responses, I think, than they were really expecting. I think we got more than half of the people who get the coupons responded, and that's unheard of for a survey. So thank you, everybody, for giving us that input. Just like any of the programs that Office for the Aging offers, we can't do, I can't make the program what you want it to be without hearing from you. So I invite your comments. I invite people to call us anytime and give us their input on the programs that we're putting on.
Okay, great. Well, that sounds like it's a good one. I was a little concerned about that $25 at a pop, but you can break it up.
Yeah, no, I think that you get them in $5 or $10 increments.
Okay. It reminds me, I was just told where I can get lobster tails for $14.95 a pound, which is a nice price. I mean, if you're into lobster.
I do like lobster.
And it seems to run about $20, 25, 26, 28, 30, depending on where you go, a pound. I can get them for $14.95 a pound, but you have to buy 40 pounds. That's a lot of lobster.
Yeah, it is. Where are you buying that?
You buy it at a poultry outlet. I can't remember the exact name of the place, but they have very good prices, like the meats. Their steaks, T-bone steaks, for $5.95 a pound. Oh my God! Oh, porterhouse. I don't know if they're tailless. That's a big difference, though. All right, now we had I got a notice from Kathy Young, our venerable senator, who does a wonderful job in our area, and she indicated that the Governor Cuomo had some gigantic cuts, gargantuan cuts in EPIC, which again is, he wanted to do away with it, basically, and it's a lot of it anyway. And again, it's a health care thing for seniors. The federal government, Congress, cut $500 billion this year out of funding for Medicaid, which is a senior medical program. And this year, in the new budget, the Republicans are proposing they do away with it. They just do away with it completely. Means tested, down to nothing, and give somebody a chip and you're supposed to take it to an insurance company. Maybe they'll give you a break. Lots of luck. They want a senior.
That's the Ryan plan, and I encourage people. I really don't think it's going to fly, but of course, if we don't hear from seniors, things can happen. So you really need to call your congressman and let them know what you think about this
Yeah.
plan. But that's